Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, checking in with a little off-schedule weekly garden tour. I'll confess, the Moderna booster totally wiped me out, and we had our holiday potluck, and I'm just a little bit off schedule still. But I can't wait to show you all the different things that are going on in my Zone 7 foodscape here in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. We're actually quite mild and nice, and I think we have some temperatures in the 70s in the forecast, so this season just keeps being a big surprise. So, without hesitation, let's go take a stroll. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys was this cute little camellia. This is strawberry limeade, and look at it in my hand. Look at how cute these flowers are. I absolutely love this plant. There's lots of blooms coming on it. And of course, to maximize my enjoyment of these flowers, I am going to be making a floating flower arrangement here. I just emptied these out. The flowers were 2 weeks old. And in the cool weather, everything lasts a really long time. So I will be making a pretty post on Instagram today with these floating flowers. Some other plants to note, some native Gallardia. Look at that, in full bloom in the middle of December. And every year I try to move it farther back into the bed. This is where it wants to grow. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. Obviously, it's like barely even in the bed. It's, you know, way over onto the concrete, but this is where it prefers. And I really appreciate something that's in full flower right now. Look at those. Isn't it so pretty? Another thing I'm pretty stoked about is the Barley Wall. It's looking great. Look at that Carolina blue sky, you guys. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. But the Barley Wall is doing wonderfully. It looks like spring. Every time I look out my kitchen door, which is right there, and I see this wall, it just brings me so much happiness. And I could probably blow some leaves. But here in the big front bed, I actually just watered this, been just watering by hand. Not seeing a ton of stuff germinating yet, but stuff is starting to germinate, and I suspect that some is going to be self-sown. Like these, I think these are all larkspur. I don't see any poppies yet, but I bet maybe by the end of next week there will be a lot of poppies, because that's primarily what I sowed. Some vetch. Vetch is definitely growing in here, but I'm not gonna really do much in this until the poppies start growing, and then I can come through and hand weed. Little babe. There's Miss Ava Grace. She's been nibbling on mustard, and I just can't believe that this strawberry, this is Snowy Belle, it just keeps going. Now, obviously, these aren't gonna really produce edible strawberries, but still, the fact that it's blooming and it looks so good. This Itea continues to just be amazing. I think because it's in a nice protected area, it is still holding on to a lot of that foliage, whereas this one out here is dropping its leaves pretty quickly. And it's been so nice to watch. There's been a lot of birds, a lot of bird activity using this bird bath, and I can see it from where I sit on the couch up in the window. So now lots of seedlings growing here. You can see lettuce that I direct seeded coming along the front. And then in the middle, I did larkspur, which is right here. I think this is a weed, but I'm gonna leave it till I know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that is not good. But lots of larkspur, that's what all of that is. And behind it, those are poppies. And you can see different stages of poppies. Like These have more mature leaves. These are just germinating. You see lots of different stages of poppies. Here's a lamium. These are not desirable. That actually looks like a mustard. I'm pretty sure this is not a good plant. At least in my definition, not a good plant. Not as much germination across the back half of this, and that's because it's so shady. Although I'm starting to see, I'm seeing some poppy germination like right there. So, you know, different beds, different lighting, you may not actually get poppies to grow all the way across, because this half of this bed is really shaded. I don't see any germination out here in the wave yet. This is barley and poppies sown together. The barley will definitely germinate first, but I don't see any coming, though I'm sure it will very soon. We have gotten some good rain. I always freak out about this bed, so I'm not gonna freak out. I'm just gonna leave it. I know something will grow here, period. I need to get the mower out, clean up some of these big perennial areas. This is all Phlox paniculata that will just look a lot better mown down. And beautiful Chinese fringe tree in its fall color right now, that butter yellow against that Carolina blue sky. It's just so pretty. I love this tree so much. And I know I featured this in my last tour, but now most of the foliage has come off, or a lot of the foliage, and you can see how the branches are completely covered in blooms. And this is the winter sweet, and it smells so good. It truly is a magical plant. This video is not doing it justice, but you can kind of see there when I step back all of those flowers. This is just a seedling, hence its sort of off-white flower coloration. If you can get a hold of luteus or grandiflorus, buy them. If you see them, buy them. It's worth it. So we come along the back area. I, of course, did seed in here with California poppies, and in the back area, Papaver somniferum. No germination yet. That was just last week. And, oh, wow, that winter sweet. You can smell it even over here. All that arugula. Another big patch of phlox that needs to get mown down. And these mild temperatures have really made all these fall plantings grow so well. You can see in here we've got, you know, garlic and Miss America mustard, and then lots of poppies. Most of that is poppy right there, and then behind it, barley, which the kitten also loves to nibble on. She doesn't do any damage to it. I happen to think it's charming. I noticed the other day that the succulent table, which is planted now with violas and sedum, is really rocking. Look at all those beautiful flowers. And I haven't done anything to this. We've gotten a fair amount, not a ton of rain, but enough rain that I haven't even watered. And it has been chilly at night, so everything is still tucked away in the overwintering shed. It's pretty full, so just leave that as it is. And I have another bucket that I need to fill. I just emptied this. At this time of year, you can count on your floating flower arrangements lasting at least 2 weeks. It's pretty nice. It's really, I think, a very low maintenance, creative thing to be able to do. This border is looking good. The Miss America definitely didn't totally do its job, but you can see the cabbage and the broccolis are doing really well. And I think these violas are just so pretty. It's another reason I love living in North Carolina, is that we get to have gardens that look like this in the middle of December. I have to show you all that I have done no cutbacks, and I really need to. Today would be perfect, but I still have a mountain of computer work that I have to tackle. So this side is, it is still as it was. I do want to get this done, you know, before the new year. And then here's October Magic Bride. This is a really nice Sasanqua Camellia with formal double white flowers. And I'm definitely going to use some of these in my floating arrangements. This bed has lots of weeding. Lots and lots and lots of weeding. And it looks like I've got some more garlic that I missed that I need to divide and replant. Plenty to do. There's not enough hours in the day. I have to show you this Croton alabamensis again because it's just so pretty. That fall color. And remember, the real reason you grow it is that silver back. Hardy in zones 6 to 8. A great southeast native shrub. And more camellias blooming. This is that Igao 3 Seasons. Really pretty plant. Look at that. And, ooh, I see another fantastic variety in bloom. This is a Tama seedling from Bobby Green. Oh, I'm going to be able to make some pretty amazing floating flower arrangements today. I do feel so grateful to live in a place where we can grow camellias. Love things that are blooming in this sort of off season, so to speak. Lots of buds coming, but I wanted to show you Camellia Brie, the one named for me, and even though it's a really small plant, look at all the flowers on it. It's so remarkable. Here's a great blueberry relative. This is Zenobia. I think this is a variety called Raspberry Ripple. And I love it for that nice dark red foliage at this season. If you watched my homegrown holiday decorating video, you'll see that the way I keep these giant golden rider leylands to size is by trimming them, and I fill my fake Christmas tree with them and use that foliage for holiday decorating. Over into here, you can see still no broccoli. I do hope I have broccoli for the holidays, but it might be the new year. And someone asked me to see the Mount Asa Willow, and here it is. It's funny how it holds on to its foliage for a really long time, but you see it's already set the buds up and down the stems. It's a pretty amazing plant. I mean, it's a little confused. Look, these are already showing like the pussy willow, the silver catkin, if I can get it to focus. There we go. So I use these for cut arrangements. That's the main way that I use it. That's the main way I prune it. And gosh, you guys, look at, they're already starting. Well, I guess I'll be bringing some of these in and using them for arrangements for the holiday season. Aren't they so cute? Oh my gosh, I do love this plant so much. And all the containers at the fire pit are looking good. The kitten loves to eat the barley. She likes to nibble on it. And I am not offended by that. I do think the evaluation that the cats were sitting in this pot was probably accurate. Now that it's planted, they're leaving it alone. And you know, this mixed mustard as a ground cover is doing everything I hoped it would. It looks awesome. I haven't harvested anything yet, but I will. And same thing here, that red Russian kale just direct seeded basically as like a salad bowl. And if you wanted to eat microgreens, this is a stage that you could be harvesting. I'm gonna let these grow out true leaves, and then I'll just come through probably once a week and with a pair of scissors and trim off of it to be able to harvest kale salads. Figured I would show you guys these two floating arrangements made all from Camellias. And you can really see now how cool that strawberry limeade camellia is right here. It's just the cutest thing. And then over here in the middle, that is the October Magic Bride, which is part of the Southern Living Plants collection. And I will show you these pots again on Sunday when I do my proper weekly garden tour, so that you can see how well they hold up throughout the December season. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's quick tour from my garden. I've got to get back inside. I have another Zoom. But I do hope that I'm able to get at least a little bit of gardening done this week, so that I will have some more videos to be able to share with you and a better update on Sunday of this week. And I'm wishing you and your loved ones all the best this holiday season. And I hope everything is going great in your gardens. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.